Hello and welcome. It's me, Mongz, of the Scenes Podcast, where we talk to various creatives and underdog content creators to curate their thoughts on various topics and how they became to be what they are now in a long-form interview format with our guests. And we are on episode 4 now. Before I begin the introduction for our guest, I have a few quick announcements to make regarding the channel. First off is that I've moved to a every Tuesday on a 2-week basis release format. That is, every second week there is a new episode on a Tuesday. Next is we now have a business that supports us, and that is the clothing line from Bataan, We the Antagonist. Aside from me and the owner, Charles, being good friends, we just thought that it would be cool if we put each other's names on each other's passion projects. We will be having a kind of giveaway or a raffle sometime in the future, so give them a like, share, and check out the clothes that they're putting out. And finally, well, if you know anybody who has any music that they want to share, if they got some demos that they want me to listen to, or they have a finished product that they want me to review, or any kind of clips that they want me to use for the Scenes Podcast intros, outros, and like commercial breaks, then go ahead and send them over to me. I mean, I like listening to music coming from the people, coming from the underground and whatever. And that is it for the announcements for this channel. Let's get to talking about the guests that we have in this episode of the Scenes Podcast. Sid Pablo, a musician slash bedroom producer hailing from Bataan who specializes in guitar music, often called the guitar virtuoso of this area. He has recorded and released several songs under various acts for many years, pulled off some guitar clinic sessions at Manila and Bataan, had a short stint with a big name band in the big city of Manila, had a few YouTube videos that nearly everyone around here has watched, a great friend to many, and some a leader and voice of this area's local music scene. We've been friends for years, and we often like to pick each other's minds about music, the local community we share, and sometimes we agree, sometimes not. And that is something that I really like in a person. They are able to stand up for what they believe in, although open to others' opinions. He's just really culturally aware of what is happening around him, and he prefers that the scene move on their own feet instead of being carried by one entity, unless they become one entity. Currently in Australia, he finds peace just being able to live life with the one he wants to live his life with, keeping his distance from the events here while letting music just become what it is for him. A hobby, a moment of solace, background sounds to life's beautiful moments. I mean, he never really wanted to be in the spotlight so much anyway, but I guess when someone has that kind of skill, that friendliness, and that drive to become better than he was yesterday, then I guess that catches on to the hearts and minds of the people around him. I am quite thankful that he took the time off to do this recording with me, even though he would just like to be remembered as a normal human being and a local musician doing what he loves. He's just eternally humble, I guess. Now, without further ado, let's get to that evening's conversation that we had on Skype. A few seconds of unstable internet didn't really stop us from talking and catching up. My name is Mongz, and this is the Scenes Podcast.
Kamusta ba?
Ayos naman. I had to, I had to deal with Arvs doing, talking all that shit about that stuff, latest, and then just editing the podcast videos and making sure that everything's, working on a schedule. Sa Saturday, a new episode is coming out, and kasi my schedule is about 2 weeks and stuff. Tapos mamaya pala, I have to go to Alongo pa pala around 6 or 7 p.m. Holy shit.
Okay. So how much time have you got?
Hindi. Usually we go for 1 hour and a half for episodes. If that's cool with you.
We can, yeah, we can make it a bit shorter if you want.
We can make it an hour. Yeah.
Yeah, something like para standard ba, like
Yeah.
hindi nauubusan ng oras. Anyways, yeah, nakapag-record na.
Yeah, I'm recording. This is the style. Just recording conversation as if like nothing's happening. Yeah.
Kami sa Pilipinas, bra.
Man, Duterte.
Kaya mo. Ano ba, marami pa ring patayan?
Huh?
Marami pa ring patayan?
Dito sa Bataan, no, not really. I don't think so. Pero in Manila, it keeps on going on the EJKs, tsaka all the social media stuff about all these news that you hear about murder and all that. Yeah.
Hindi lang, sisindi lang ako. Oh my God, my lighter just broke, man. You know that rolly thing that you flick?
No.
Yeah, it just went off. No?
I don't know that.
Far out, man.
Oh yeah, the lighter thing. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
did you know? I've quit smoking for 6 months. 6 months. No
What?
smoke. Yeah, but
Congratulations, dude.
but I'm doing Vape Nation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, apparently vape is the thing now. I mean, bago ako umalis yun, it's like a year. I think everyone's doing it, pero, you know, consequences, you never know.
Yun nga.
Like before, you know, so yeah, di ba cigarettes before, you know, people started smoking for like 10 years up until they found out that, you know, you get sick out of it.
Yeah, true. And we are only about 4 or 5 years into vape thing. But science has improved a lot ever since the 1940s. So I'm sure that scientists or whatever would have like done research into the effects of vape. Pero of course, we never know actually.
Oh, ang galing mo ah. Like, hindi ko na-realize yun ah. Because, yeah, of course, what you call that, yung, like technology, yung every year it doubles up. Yung,
Yeah, oh my God, yeah.
Rate of development, something like that.
True. The past 10 years was really good for technology. Just we're almost close to like having holographics on our cell phones and things. Oh my God, my iPhone X.
Yeah, fuck that.
Not
man.
a big
Like,
step in technology, pero it's it's there.
It's not. It looks ugly, man. Pero you know, it's the generation of ultra premium phones. They say, like, you know, it costs a lot more. It's like luxury. I don't mind really. I mean, I'm pretty sure 6 months after it will go on sale. Something will come up. Better shit like your vape.
Yeah, true. And iPhone. There's a new iPhone every year. Anyway, you're starting to have an accent, man.
It's a sick accent, bro. It's a trying hard Australian accent. Pag nandito naman sa ibang bansa, it's like, you know, pag napunta ka sa Visayas, you know, I hate it, man. It's not good.
Man, I miss you, honestly.
I miss you too, bro. Yeah. Like, you know, small times and shit like that. I mean, it's worth a while life. But, you know, like sabi ko naman dati, mangyayari talaga yan eh. When you grow old, you go to places and life starts to suck. And, anyways, ano bang balita dyan? Like, how's the scene going? Thank you nga pala sa for giving me time. It's a privilege to be part of your project, man.
Oh no, thank you for being part of this, man. I mean, it's a new thing. Not a lot of people understand what I'm doing, so I'm glad that you took the time to to just talk to me while I ramble and while I just record and stuff. The scene here, recently there was a Bataan Underground gig, and I guess that's a recent show. And upcoming is Typecast and Valley of Chrome. Yeah, but I'm not going to that one. I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to talk too much about my points of view in the scene. That's for something else. I mean,
yeah, I know.
You know my views, though. You know, it's just what's been happening. I'm kind of like, Anyway, they're gonna play in a local.
Yeah, you've seen them heaps, man, like decades ago.
Right? I kind of saw it.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know the drill. You know how to hide how they perform like 2 inches away from your face.
Man, I think those are the best shows where they're playing so close. Not like on a stage, eye to eye. For me, that's like the good stuff.
Yeah.
What are you doing now? What's your current life?
Oh shit, man. Oh, just walking around the parking lot right now. Yeah, we got this big parking space. All the rubbish bin, the cars, and all that. Because apparently I'm smoking right now, and my wife doesn't want smokers inside the house. So that makes sense, right?
That makes sense. It makes sense.
And kinakabahan ako kasi syempre interview ko. Whatever I say, whatever you put on the internet, it's gonna stay on the internet forever. And then, But I like it, because we grow up and then we tend to see ourselves in the future, and then find something really interesting when you learn about the history of your own self.
Yeah, true, true. Yeah. This is basically what I'm doing. Is I'm just being a historian, I guess. Because the idea of this is, where did this come from? It was more like I was curious on how the scene was before. I couldn't find any records.
Dude, like, naalala mo yung, like, way back 2005, you got this iPod and then you're listening to, nandun tayo like Jeff nun, and then, we kind of like drinking and shit like that, but you were listening to this podcast, you told me, I was like, oh yeah, I'm aware of the podcast, and what are you listening to? So you said, you're listening to, I don't know, some, punk scene audio podcast. There's an iPod mo, remember?
Yeah, I remember. Alternative Press Podcast. Yeah,
that's it, man.
You remember that? You got good memory, man. Nice.
Yeah. Kaya nga nagtataka ako sa scene natin, and because they're not really aware of what's happening, or hindi lang nila ina-admit sa sarili nila that someone can actually do it. Yung within the community, it's a good thing. It's a healthy project, man. For me, it's maganda siyang contribution. Because no one's been doing it. It's all on the radio and shit like that. They put it on the internet. They make music videos and stuff. It's good. But an audio podcast, man, it's vital. It's more personal, intimate. So it's a good thing, man. I hope that you'll be able to find more artists and like people that is really relevant to what's happening right now. Lalo dyan sa Bataan, diba?
Yeah.
Because Bataan is being progressive now. Like, yung dati, very limited yung access natin sa technology. But now it's all good. I can see people getting shit. Akala ko dati, ako lang makakagawa, but that was the old me.
That is true. You're basically the only one doing stuff like on YouTube and putting out videos, making songs on your computer. You're one of the very few, I think, one of the only like bedroom producers back then too, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think so. Pero syempre around the globe, marami pa din.
Yeah.
Pero yung like way back sa YouTube, I remember people putting out their guitar videos and stuff. So I said, okay, well, I might have to do that as well. But like before that, like 3 years before that, so 4 years, I started doing my own shit. You know that, the story.
Yeah.
Like, the PlayStation stuff and hindi pa kita kilala nun but Shane sa ikaw, kakilala na kayo yung Jim John.
Skater dudes, yeah.
Yeah, I was not into skating, but I was there, right?
Yeah.
What you guys doing? Anyways, very first, pag binabalikan ko yung mga videos, it's cringy.
Yeah. You get that too, right? It's good. You don't want to look at it. Yeah. But then we kind of need to do it.
Well, we need to do it, man. Like, you don't know what's the effect on yourself, right? But when you actually put it out on the internet and then you go way back, you just tell yourself, oh, I made progress and made development. Not musically, but personally, socially, say, maraming magbabago eh. I don't know if I'm making any sense.
No, you are. You are. I think it's important too. Yeah.
Yeah. Ngayon, marami na eh. Like, tatawin nga kita, Jay. Siyempre, meron ka lang recording equipment and such. You know, it's really easy for you to actually put out an album. But, so, ikaw ba? Ano bang like, palagay mo sa scene natin when it comes to digital audios, you know, producing and stuff?
I think too many people still rely on going to studios in order to record when in fact, and you've already proven this, that you could do it yourself if you just buy the right equipment. And it's not really, you don't need to spend too much on the equipment. People are willing to splurge on guitar effects, on like studio time without even knowing how to record, but they're not willing to just like try to learn how to be themselves. And from what I heard from my friends in Olongapo is like, before you go into a studio, you should like learn a little bit on how to record yourself and what you actually sound like. Because when you go to the studio and then you it turns out, oh, I sound like shit. You know, I actually don't know how to palm mute. Then it's a waste of everybody's time. So yeah.
True. That's it. Kasi, in my opinion, no, dati, it's good na you learn it by yourself. I mean, it's basically the fundamentals of everything. Being a Filipino and such, we don't have the access to like education or proper like information or education. Yung pagdating sa ano ba, like yung, kasi dito sa Australia, like if you wanted to become known as a producer or a musician, you need to find a degree that would actually relate to what you're doing.
Yeah.
And sa Pilipinas siguro parang sa ngayon sa panahon ngayon, it is because it's much affordable to hire an engineer of some sort or technician to record your stuff. And I think my advice for the common musicians nowadays is just find help, because you can never do it alone, man.
Yeah.
The only reason you're doing it alone is because no one's helping you. But if there's someone who's actually assisting you doing the whole stuff, then it does make sense. They'll find your mistakes and you'll find their mistakes, and you're helping out each other. And all in all, you'll find an audience that could actually be a little bit critic about what you do, or maybe praise what you have accomplished or something. So creating a song nowadays, it's the easiest part of music actually, pero doing it live is a different story. Eh?
True.
Yeah, kasi ako, di ba dati I'm a bedroom musician. Wala naman talaga akong plan na like i-push forward yung agenda ko sa music. It's just learning the guitar, the ins and outs of it, and then just a couple of individuals that I've known before who also plays on the same plateau with me.
Yep.
Yeah, so say Daryl Banson, John Michael Banson, they're the few guys who actually are into my kind of thing. So they're the ones who actually helped me progress into this situation.
This was back then that they were like your first friends.
Yes, yeah.
I see.
Yeah. It's a big help, man. Like nag-umpisa lang to, like wala pang cell phone. I mean, so tatawag sila sa hey man, ikaw ba si CJ? Pwede ba akong tulungan mag-record and such? And then punta sa bahay nila. Yeah. And then I'm gonna bring my PlayStation. This is how I do it. Then you just plug into an audio recorder, and then that's it. And then they show me stuff like videos from the internet and such, and gets me inspired and all that. And then they, mostly because they have the ability to buy all the equipments back then, the really expensive ones. So like up until now, Daryl Banson is such an institution for me when it comes to recording, and man, so much respect for that guy, bro.
I actually did not know that about him. Yeah, I just know him as like a guitar geek and a fellow street fighter.
Well, never underestimate the geek, man.
Never ever. Yep. I mean, geeks take over the world. They do.
Yes. Yeah, a couple of guys as well, like say Joel J. Si Joel J. Jimenez Banson. Si Joel is
Jimenez.
aficionado yan. He's like, oh man, everything that Joel has today, like intuition about audio processing, mastering, and mixing. He's got all of it. Skills and styles, opinions, everything that's been going on in my head. It's basically rooted from that particular person right now.
Joel Jimenez. Joel Jimenez?
Yeah. Very important person for me. So without those guys, and a couple of guys as well, man. Like, kasi ito how can I say this? Gusto ko lang bang like i-recognize yung talagang mga taong nagpa-inspire sa'yo.
Yeah.
In reality. Kasi hindi naman ako magiging like biyasa sa estilo na to kung hindi ko naman makikilala yung mga tao na nasa paligid ko at mabibigyan ko sila ng honor, right?
True, of course.
Like, people can say, pakinigan ko is like, say, Slayer and Megadeth and such. Yeah, we could say that, but influentially, yung people around you, like your bandmates and such, give recognition to them kasi they're the ones who actually touch your lives, right?
Yeah, they're the ones who are... Yeah.
Diba ikaw, like you have friends like si Raph and such sa Olongapo, they're really good dudes, right? And now I think they're doing great with their bands, and takes a long while. It really took a long while for them to be recognized. But hey, man, like, keep your feet on the ground, then they're still there. Keep humble, keep your have a straight face and everything will work out fine. Just
keep your head low. Keep your head low while walking forward. Yeah. You don't want to attract any drama. Don't need to like say shit about other people. You don't need to do all these things that But it's all good in the end.
di ba? Like say ikaw nagbabanda ka talaga na hanggang ngayon.
Kind of.
Hanggang ngayon no, man, like you are the band, bro. If you know what I mean. Pumunta ka sa gig and then you bring your acoustic guitar only because you really wanted to like perform, and that kind of thing makes you go, yung na-inspire ka eh. Meaning to say, every person that's around us influence us, and like for example, ikaw, you are being influenced by that particular scene, and you not knowingly you're actually influencing others. Because no one does that, man. Yeah, no one does that, man. Like you're hindi ka naka-line up pero dadala ka ng gitara and then you just...
I'm just playing outside, man. I'm just doing whatever, playing whatever for my friends and whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, man. But kahit sabihin nila, bakit ganito to? But man, that's something that's really special. It's it's very inspiring for me. It makes me think about what really is important about music.
I think what's important about music is just its presence in our lives, and it's just there. And before I used to be so hardcore, it would shape my life and whatever, all that stuff. But now it's just man, it's just there, and I think that's cool. Was it? We're 20 minutes in actually, and I forgot to ask you. And for the people who probably don't know who you are, who are you?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay,
give me like a
my
short
name is...
thing. Yeah.
Okay, ako nga pala si Sid Pablo, Pilipino, taga Bataan. I've been recording my music for like, say, 20 years now. Pero mostly I play guitar. I have made like attempts in making an independent album. Actually, I made a dozen out of them, singles a lot, but I'm into virtuoso guitar up until now. Yun talaga yung trademark ko eh. But yeah, taga Bataan, Sid Pablo. I'm still into music, but pinahinga ko lang ngayon kasi, well, that's life. You gotta work, man. You gotta put food on the table.
True. And well, music didn't really like pay the bills, I guess. Maybe.
Yeah, no, yeah, man. Still trying to find a way. Like, man, it's really hard. Even if you have a degree here in Australia, I mean, an Asian guy actually into music, would you rather be picking this Asian dude, over an Australian dude who actually knows a lot more? It's really hard, man. Like, oh.
Are you like getting humbled over there at Oz? I mean, skill-wise?
No, kasi nandito ako sa like suburban part of Australia. It's called Rockhampton.
Oh, Rockhampton.
Tingnan mo, wow, what a coincidence. It's so ironic. Anyways, walang namatay yung music scene dito. Like it's dead, man. Kasi what I reckon is because say yung American part of music is they're the ones who actually is influencing Australia right now, the Western music, man.
Western music, yeah.
Yeah, like say ganito na lang, medyo malayo pa, like the Billboard Top 100, the UK Billboard, it's influencing Australia right now. So very 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 obscure yung guitar music here in Australia. You can find groups, you can find forums na talks about Australian guitar. They have their own products as well, pero very under the radar na. So, man, unlike before, like 3 years ago when I was with Shane, you can, like our next neighbors having a gig, man, like a death metal gig, bro. Yeah, yeah, but everyone's just grown up, right? Like say ngayong particular day na to, may nagbigay sa amin ng like heaps of guitar magazines. And it was dated back in 2005. Like, man, this dude probably is playing guitar the same at the same
same time you were playing
day. Yeah, I think so, man. Like, so it's probably been out there working as well. So it may have been into a hiatus then, in a sense, even playing the guitar. Kasi tinanong ko yung asawa niya, like, is he still playing the guitar and such? From time to time, but not as much as he does. So, same circumstances.
Same.
Me. So, yeah, here in Australia, pero pagbalik dyan sa Pilipinas, wow, like, yung community is still thriving. No, marami pa rin banda na nagpupunta na from overseas just to play, and then people would go, and I can still read stuff like that. So
yeah, I mean Slayer's coming. Yeah, and then we even have a band from UK who's not really that popular coming in Olongapo later tonight. So yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What's the name of the band?
Altered Sky. Yeah. They're part of like the Macbeth kind of circle of music, rock groups, and just like 2 weeks ago we had like another band from Australia coming in to play in Olongapo. The same fucking bar.
Whoa.
2 or 3 weeks ago. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
that's good though.
It is. It's really nice that, damn, there's a lot of foreign acts coming in, and just really, we just really welcome them. There's a lot of stuff going on. Before you left, what were your thoughts on the local scene in your hometown of Bataan?
Oh man, say isang bagay ang nakita ko, napansin ko, nawala na yung Battle of the Bands, which is fucking great, man. It's amazing.
Isn't this something that I advocated for before, way back then? Stop joining the Battle of the Bands, and everybody was calling me crazy.
Well, you're fucking immature back then, so that's why.
True.
Everyone is thinking about that. I mean, pag musician ka, you never think of the money. You just wanted the scene, So you think of, Battle of the Bands are more popular. But I think yung pagkakaalis nila ng yung mentalidad nila na gawing competition yung pagbabanda, it's the right move. Because, man, lumaki ako sa scene na the only way I could actually show what I have, the skill set I have, is just to go join a Battle of the Bands, which is, for me, it's not the thing. It's just playing my music. And when you join a Battle of the Bands before, most of these guys are actually playing variety music, and we were the only ones who actually play metal music.
Yeah.
And that's in my own perspective, because hindi pa ako nakakapunta ng, say, punta ka sa Manila, and then you'll find everything. Punta ka sa Olongapo, you'll find the metal scene over there thriving, like back in the 80s, 90s. But dito sa Bataan, like, sige, punta muna tayo. Recently, it's like, say, the scene is good. Ang nakakatuwa kasi, like, nandito yung coordination ng mga banda. Tutugtog sila. Kasi, in the first place, pag tumugtog yung banda, and you're paying like $50-100, man, that's cheap.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they're putting out their sweat. They bought all their gear, expensive gear, and for what? Ano ba yan? Parang kawalan ba yan para sa kanila? No, it's a good thing. See, yun ang gusto ko lang. So, and I could not agree with, say, yung paano ba to? Kasi hindi natin binabato yung music natin sa malayo eh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yung say, kunyari, pagig tayo dito, so ipunin natin lahat ng banda rito, ganyan. Unlike yung bag dati, like, sige, magkuha tayo ng banda kahit na busin natin yung 2 araw natin, kuha tayo ng banda from everywhere. That's a good thing. Pero yung sana kung kaya talaga ibato ng malayo. Kasi dito na yung social media, dito na yung everything. Hindi,
yun lang. Much more easier now to reach out to other places.
Exactly. Yeah. Kasi, say, our music is generally can be recognized in the same yung nationwide. Say kung yung kasi standard na eh. Nararamdaman ko if someone released say a metal song, standard na yung kalalabasan eh. It's pwede na talagang i-air eh. Siguro ang hindi ko na nakikita is yung competition behind the yung say paglalabas ng mga audios o yung paano ipapakalat na may gig dito sa Bataan and shit like that. But I don't know, Jay, parang ang gusto ko lang talagang sabihin sa scene is pagpatuloy lang natin yung gantong mga program kasi wala naman tutulong sa atin kundi tayo lang eh. And doon naman sa mga musicians and yung audience, like i-respect natin yung kung sino yung nagpo-provide yung attention towards that event kasi it's the most important thing. It's not you, it's not the band usually. It's the promoter kasi the promoter has the key. Kung gusto nga niya na like ito na sige itong name ng event na to, let's probably move to Olongapo and bring all these bands. Yun ang gusto kong mangyari sana. I think it's happening. No? Like may mga
I think Janus is bringing some Bataan bands to Olongapo. I think that's what he does for live house productions.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's a good thing. So you see, yung ganun na Dati kasi ako inip ako eh. Napaka-immature kong tao eh. Naisip ko ba, hindi kailangan nating lumayo pa. Why am I saying this? Kasi nung araw, ang audience ko sila sa babalik lang tayo, sila Daryl, sila Joel, sila Jan de los Trinos, just a handful, man. Yung talagang sila lang. Pero, nung nagpunta na ako sa internet, and yung taong like, say, way back, nagpadala ako ng demo tape sa Enyo 107. Ang daming na-reach talaga nationwide.
Yeah.
And then I said, kasi like very old school noon eh. May kalakip na sulat pa yung yung tapes. Sinabi ko lang na kung sino may gusto ng kopya ng demo na to, sige, sasend ko sa inyo for free, and I made like a dozen of it, and then ubos. Yeah. And sunod-sunod yan. It's like say ito na yung pagdating sa pagbabanda, like kasi like yung sinasabi ko, madaling mag-record but it's really hard to play live. And then I just wanted to say that si Francis Carlo Gutierrez is one of the best might, man. He is one of the best. Man, ang dami ko nakakabanda pero si Kaloy's been through with me from thick and thin. He's been there up until now. Nakangumusta pa rin siya. You know that dude.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Back in Southing days, di ba?
Yeah, he's been YouTube with you. He's been your drummer for like almost everything, right?
He's the drummer, man. He's not my drummer. He's the drummer, man. Like, oh fuck. Yeah. Kaya nga, yun eh. Say, See, ayun na, for example, ito na, yung pag-usapan na sa music, no? Sabihin natin, ako nauna sa ganito, nauna sa ganyan. Pero ngayon pag nakikita mo si Kaloy na nandun na siya sa like, nasa pinnacle na siya na pinnacle of what he's trying to do as a drummer, as a musician. Ang ganda kasi ang dami niyang connection, ang dami niya ng, like, ang genre na uupuan. It's for me, it's a very important thing na if you're a musician, you go out there, man, then push it through. So, kaya yung prime example ko of what a musician should do if they like music.
If they want to continue to keep playing music too, they have to, do those kind of things. Yeah. Even though you've reached out, even though you have all these achievements of, you've also played for like really big bands too, right? Well, I think kind of a little bit.
I can say it's not big. Yung Fusebox is one of the mainstream acts back in 2003 who actually plays progressive music. I did play for them within a 6-month period, and then I tried to explain to them that I can't do this anymore because I need to pursue my studies. And man, yun lang ang payo sa mga kabataan sa Pilipinas is just, pursue your education first. If you wanted, education first. Why? Because not entirely all of your life will be, devoted to music unless you actually wanted to become a music guru of some sort. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You want to be on big stages.
Yeah, if you wanted this, but just be careful, and this is not a big thing. It's not you will win $1 million, $1 million pesos, but just by doing this, you're not earning heaps when you are in the music industry nowadays. It's more of getting connections and such, and the big thing is yung para sa akin lang yung nakita ko lang kasi Pilipinas, we have our own thing na. We are an audience to the whole scene, yung worldwide scene. We are an audience pa din, man. We are still not a product. They do not accept us as musicians pa. We're just audience. Why? Because yung level ng natin, ng knowledge natin about music, it's not that very far. It's not that very rich. You know what I'm saying, Jay?
Yes, I get it. Yeah.
Kasi, ganito na. Individually, we have our own thing. Magagaling tayo sa ganito, ganyan. Pero yun ang sinasabi ko kaya kung kayang iba to ng Pilipinas, yung music nila papalabas talaga. And like
even farther.
Tayo na.
Like even farther. Like how J-rock became popular, how K-pop became popular.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And hindi ko sinasabi na hindi natin ginagawa. We've been doing that decades, man. Like, maybe a whole century now. Pero dito kasi like, sige, balik lang uli ako sa genre na sinasabi ko. Itong guitar is... mahirap pa i-rin yung guitar. Kaya in-accept ko na this would be a hobby for me up until, say, 5 years, and then I'd quit, and then I'd do it again. It's just, ikot lang naman yan Pero sa mga nag-aspire na magbanda, nag-aspire na maging producer, nag-aspire na tulad mo, Jay, be a journalist per se, pagpatuloy lang natin na gawin yung mga bagay natin na gusto natin, huwag makaka-damage ng mga personalidad, yung attitude, iset mo sa lowest, kasi everyone has an attitude.
True.
Yun lang, parang... Ewan ko, do I make sense?
No, you make a lot of sense. You make a lot of sense. And you and I, we've kind of had these kinds of talks back then about, about scenes and what we should be doing to try to grow the community and try to make just things better around us, Yeah, it always comes down to just, we got to just do our thing and we got to keep going on. But then sometimes you got to know when it's time to quit. Quit while you're ahead. But as a musician, you know what I'm saying. Sometimes you quit, sometimes you go. You go ahead and you go all the way. So may tanong ako sa'yo, Jay. So after the scenes, it's a really informative part of your life right now. I mean, it would be an
formation basket para sa mga taga-Bataan. Anong plano mo after this? Like, because ako yung personality level ko, it's not as much as, you know, yung mga, say, class A people out there. Ano bang plano mo next mga susunod na episodes?
The next episodes? Oh my god, I have a lot of things planned. Like, let's see, I'm just trying to get this thing off the ground first, get a bunch of like interviews, get people talking. Maybe after I do 30 or 20, I'll bring in some other like people who I actually really do not know, which is going to be extremely hard for me.
That's good. That's
some
good.
Research, reach out to Manila. Maybe between because I do this I release an episode every 2 weeks, so maybe I'll try to have like a solo kind of thing where I'm just talking to a mic for 30 minutes. Maybe I'll bring in like some of my friends who've already been interviewed and we get into like topic discussions. What else? Maybe the occasional show the scenes podcast gig or whatever. Maybe.
Wow, awesome.
I'm not gonna make a clothing line. I've already been offered like, hey man, thanks for the interview, and like,
but it will happen, bro.
Free services for whatever, get your stuff and from me. But thanks, but I'll pay for it still, and that's yeah. I mean,
and people should understand, no, diba? Like people should understand that yung ginagawa mo bilang contributor dito sa music industry, maybe maliit pa lang sa ngayon. It's young and we don't know where it's going.
Young and strange.
Pero kung yung mga nakikinig ng podcast na to, nandito pa din, salamat sa pakikinig niyo. Kasi tandaan niyo itong mga ganitong pagkakataon, it's very rare. Like this guy over here, Jay, I've known this guy heaps, man, like tagal-tagal na. And kung kaya natin naman na sabihin sa sarili natin na why not help this guy out, share the links of this particular podcast, or like it's a definite help, man. I mean ganun naman tayo, kung kaya natin mag-lex sa katatawanan sa mga walang kwentang bagay. Why not? Yun lang gusto ko sabihin sa mga tao, no? And wag natin sanang i-degrade yung like kasi ganun like, mayroon sense of degradation pagdating sa sa mga personalidad. Say, si J. Ray, he's not a journalist, so he's trying hard, he's trying to build a pocket.
Yeah.
You should take a class, bro.
Sino ba yan? Why should he make a podcast? He's not famous. I did actually get that. One of my friends actually said, gumagawa ka ng, ano yan, podcast? Sikat ka ba? Sino ka ba? From a friend who I kind of like hanging. We're still friends. It's just goddamn, dude.
Oh yeah.
That's really that's
take it to side.
Yeah, but he makes
take
a point.
All in, man.
Yeah, I take it all in. It's like, yeah, true. Who am I to do this? The thing is, who were they? Other people when they started doing things like that, they were nobodies too.
Yeah, they were nobodies, man.
Yeah, especially with something this strange and weird, this foreign. To like, who's gonna do this? I can't think of anyone else around me who's gonna do this, or who even thought about
who's got the ball side.
Who wants to be the historian, kind of journalist, record keeper, I guess. Yeah, it's gonna be me.
Now alam na natin, di ba? Now we know someone's doing it sa Bataan.
Yeah.
And kung sino man yung of course he'll get competition, man. Malalaman mo yan by the end of the day. But it's good, man. Yung sinasabi ko lang kasi yung taon to started this thing. Suportahan natin. And whatever comes, kasi may bad apples dyan, Jay, di ba? Like when you interview someone, may bad apples. So bad opinion or like, itong tao naman to si Sid, wala naman sinasabing wala naman katubis. Like, kasi I'm a very neutral person na pagdating sa bagay na to. Pero I know you'll encounter heaps of them, man. And,
I know.
Podcasting is it's good, man. Nakaka-excite nga. Like very entertaining, man. Right? Like, diba?
True. I mean, it's fun to do for me. It's honestly like a lot of fun for me. I get to like just talk to people, and I miss talking to people.
That's true, man. I miss you, bro.
I miss you too. But it's weird for me because people think I'm like bad at conversations. Or maybe I am, or I'm antisocial or whatever. Maybe I am, but I'm doing this kind of thing which requires like conversational skills and me going out and stuff. So, but it's just I've been into this podcast stuff for like a lot of time, for like years. I'm listening. I'm kind of I explained my shit already, but yeah.
Oh man, it's all right, man. Like you can explain all day.
Yeah, no, except we don't have all day.
No, I like it. I love it. Yeah, I know. I love the idea, man. See, it's very provocative. You know what I'm saying? It's fun, man.
I wish other people would do it too.
They can do it, pero sa ibang lalawigan na lang sila pumunta. Yung Bataan, you'll take over, man. Kasi walang gumagawa talaga dyan eh. They don't have the guts.
I don't know. I mean, I've asked a lot of people if they want to join, but I guess this is why I need to like build up episodes, because they don't know what I'm doing. So, again, thanks.
Same shit, man. Yeah. No worries, man. Like, ganun lang naman tayo eh. Pag, di ba parang sa Facebook, pag walang nagla-like, pero ikaw tawa ka na ng tawa, so walang nagla-like. Hindi mo naman la-like eh. Kasi ito yung generation ngayon eh. Like, tinatangay tayo ng agos. And I'm not saying na like ila-like lang nila itong podcast ito just because it gathered like 1,000 likes or something. But, yung essence lang ng ginagawa natin, it is integral na to. Mamatay man yung show mo, Jay. Lagi yung like sinabi ko nung umpisa pa lang, whatever you put on the internet stays on the internet, not unless you delete your cache and shit like that.
I know, true. Holy shit, yeah. I mean, I know. I mean, I'm from the internet, so I kind of know that rule, which is like another fear that I had. But I'm like, fuck it, man. I only have one life. I'm old.
Just go straight, man. Bagutin lang, di ba? Basta patuloy mo lang naman yung ginagawa mo. And, kasi, wala talaga ako nakitang gumawa nito. Funny shit.
True.
Yung maririnig nila yung dalawang tao nag-uusap. Sino ba itong mga gagong to? Wala naman mga siraulo yata ito. Kala pa, sisikat ba ito mga to? Alis na lang ako. Stop ko na lang to. Sayang yung data ko.
Yeah, but it just reminds me of like DIY, like fanzines and stuff. I mean, do you remember those things, those fanzines and those kind of like? It just reminds me. I wanted to try that. So, yeah. What about you? How was your? Talked about me for a bit. Let's see. Teka, I'm kind of blank at the moment.
Ganyan talaga pag podcast eh. Kasi siyempre, napaka yung spontaneous naman talaga yung usapan eh. Kaya iba to sa like yung mga tao na nakikinig, hindi naman to yung like radio talk. This is how we speak to each other. Yeah. Yun lang ang advantage ng pag-usap ko kay Gerald ngayon. Kasi I've known this fucking person for some. I always beat him to when playing Street Fighter and shit. You can't beat me, man. So it's not musician-wise. We're not musicians on this level. We're friends, actually. We're talking like we don't give a fuck, what he says and what she says, and so. Pero pag narinig kayo ng radyo, siyempre may nakahanda na yan si Jay. And nagkaroon ako ng idea. Baka mamaya, like, ma-interview ka rito sa mapunta sa mga radio stations. So.
Oh God, man, I kind of hope not. But yeah. No. It might happen.
Sana wag lang muna. Of course, pwede ka sabihin, this is the guy who actually started the whole podcasting, the scenes. But what I'm saying is, ayokong maging DJ ka. No, man.
Oh, God, no. Hindi ako bagay. No, I'm happy like this. I'm fucking fine, man.
Fucking, nag-iisip ako like, anong code name kaya nito? Magandang DJ ka ako itong gaganto. Tapos may magre-request sa'yo, like, pwede ba, yung 24K magic? Okay. Slap some MXPX on your face.
No, I'd probably just like play the 20K music that they just requested because it's part of the job. That's
part of the job.
Yeah, just the job thing.
Professionalism, no. Pero podcast. Please keep in mind, guys, na very loose conversation na to. Anyways, ano ba ito? Tanong mo pala. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Professionalism in like the music industry and your views on the music industry here.
Oh man,
yeah. Tell me about it.
Yeah. you're talking to the wrong person. Pero I had a glimpse of it.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've seen it happen. I don't like it.
Well, just tell us more because I know you got some interesting stories. I know that. Yeah, you were there, but then you kind of left because you got there.
Oh man, like, kasi paano ba umpisan to? And I think the best story or best example I could give you is when I was in a band called Fusebox. Nga. It was really professional. Like when after you play, you get paid. You get pay slips, man.
Pay slip checks, man. Not cash, bro. Man. You gotta go to the bank.
Oh yeah, so I'm earning like 1,500 each gig. So malaki na yun para sa akin kasi.
One night, oh yeah.
Yeah. Oo, nung nasa Bataan ako, tumutugtog ako sa writing music. 500 was like, whoa, an eye opener for me. I like this. I like doing this. And then after a while, pag naipon mo na yung pera mo, and then you think about it, it's not fucking worth it because you've been playing like 30, 40 songs each night, and I mean, I like what I play. Because natututo ka in a sense. Hindi ko rin pwedeng ibaliwala yung mga variety bands because man, variety music when you play variety music, man, sobra.
Yeah.
Oh, sobra yan.
If you want to be good at it.
Oh. Now that's another kind of professionalism. Professionals na yan because they got to play the music, man. Some say that you need to play the music the way it is. Pero, dude, like, man, ako, kaya nga sasabi ko you're talking to the wrong person. Kasi pag andun ako, walang hayain ko yung music eh. Kung ano yung dadagdag ko eh. Kaya nga pagsampa ko doon, nung sumampa kami sa Olongapo, kung ano dinadagdag ka nitong taong tong gagong to. Yun ang attitude eh. So, kung professional ka, dapat walang attitude towards music. So, that's another example. Pero yung doon sa Fusebox nga, mabalik lang tayo.
Yep.
Say, ang pagiging showing up sa practices, always communicate. Ano pa? Yung perang kinikita mo, always make sure na pupunta sa mga tamang expenses.
Hold on, your connection is getting bad. Hold on, connection is getting bad. We're doing this on Skype, by the way. Yeah. Actually, what we could do is we could like give a break. Before we get into that topic, let's go on a short break for like 5 minutes or something, or 2 minutes, or just reset the call so that we could clear this up. Yeah. Before we go on a break, I asked this to everybody. What is the song? Wait, is the connection okay? Yeah, we'll go.
I think so.
I'll cut that out maybe in post. Teka.
Sige.
This is the difficulty. Pero let's reset the call.
Oh yeah, clear the cache.
Yeah.
Clear natin muna Okay, sige bro.
Okay.
Stop muna, tas call ka ulit.
Yeah.
Okay.
We never got back to that question that I was about to ask him. And I did ask for a follow-up and via message or just another call. And he just told me that he doesn't want to really have a song attached to him. He wants to just be remembered as just a dude and as a local musician. So maybe if you ask him, maybe he'll tell you. I don't know, but that's it. The fear that I have when making a podcast is paano kung biglang nag-brown out after 1 hour fucking talking, and we're in a country prone to power outages. Holy shit, diba?
Oh yeah, true. Hanggang ngayon, nagba-brown out pa rin dyan.
That's the fucking most frustrating thing for me now. It's like 10 years now I've been living in the country. Putang ina, nag-brown out pa rin, right?
Bad trip pa rin. Yeah. Pero mainit ba dyan yun?
It's pretty hot. It's pretty humid. Pero I mean, this is global warming, but it's getting like worse, the weather.
Oh, really?
It's when it's cold, when it's like the December seasons, it's really fucking cold. I had to like sleep in a hoodie in Bataan. Yeah.
In Bataan.
Yeah. Anyway, we were getting onto your topic about the
yung professional side,
business side. Yeah, because I'm sure a lot of people are curious. You in Bataan, you probably have the most experience dealing with professionals, the businessmen, the suit, maybe some suits?
Not experience. No. That's not the idea. Yung kasi ito masasabi ko yung pagkatao ko sa Fusebox. I'm just a gun for hire, man. I was hired because yung gitarista nila left, which is Albert Montenola. They had to find a guitarist, and then they called me, and then I just said yes. But apparently, I'm still doing my nursing course. So, how should this work? I just come over here. Let's see if you would pass our and such. So I did manage to pass. Kasi ang unang ginawa lang naman dun is inaral ko yung buong album nila. So it's just 12 songs, like each song were like 8-9 minutes in that shit. It's easy because for me it's a privilege, man. Masama ko sa banda na nanalo sa Red Horse way back then. Compared to date, isipin natin na like babalik lang naman tayo sa mas madali naman gumawa ng music, but if wala kang professional connections o ginawa mo lang to sa sarili mo, paano mo mapapatunayan na like that what you produce is good? True. So in a professional sense man, kailangan talaga meron kang producer. If you had enough money, talagang punta sa studio, renowned studio na kaya mag-release na. Kasi they're setting the standards, man, in Pilipinas right now. Yeah. Back then, sa non-Fusebox, it's really expensive na puproduce ka ng song, band practices and such, and connection, gagawa ka ng music video, and then after that, pag na-release nyo na yung album, it's up to you because hindi naman ako napunta sa like yung bigger companies ngayon yung wala naman nagre-release na like kung sabihin natin say BMG Records, hindi naman na sila nagre-release ngayon ng banda. Nagre-release siguro sila ng mga re-release, di ba, like say Razorheads and such. O nagre-release pa rin sila, I don't know, man, kasi lahat ngayon naman digital na eh. Ano na lang yan, para memorabilia na lang naman yung CDs ngayon, which is, I think, is fascinating for me. No? Pag may CD ka, it's physical copies and shit.
Yeah, physical copies.
Copyright your music, important. No, magre-release ka, kung hanggang ngayon nag-iisa ka, and then nagpo-produce ka, home recording ka, make sure yung software na ginagamit mo is licensed.
Licensed. Yeah, okay.
It's very, very important, no? So, kukuha ka ng mga plugins, gagamit ka ng plugins, kuha ka ng free, 10 credits, ibibigay mo yung credits. Napaka-importante. Kasi, in a way, no, you're doing it legally. Diba?
Yeah.
Kasi, diba namili ka ng USB microphone? I'm pretty sure meron recording software yan. Or wala.
With my mic.
Yes.
With my mic.
Snowball.
Drivers,
Blue nga pala
Blue Yeti mic. Yeah, it's just a driver.
Anyways. Yeah. But kung kung kaya lang na meron yung licensed product lagi gagamitin natin. Kasi mas masasabi natin na we're doing this legitimately in a way.
Yeah, I see.
Yung taong kakausapin mo pagdating sa say if you want to release it, yun, hindi ko na alam yung kung sino tao. Kasi right now, it's just, hindi mo na talaga alam kung sino yung lalapitan.
To help distribute
I have
your music?
no idea, bro.
To help distribute?
No, bro. Online, I can give advice, but kunyari sa Bataan ka, say, ako, start tayo from the beginning. Record ako ng album ko. Yes, license and software ko. Yes, pina-record ko, say, sa kilalang sound technician and such. Yes, dalawa na kaming tao nag-release. So, may magmamaster, 3 tao na kaming mag-release. And then, maghahanap ka ngayon na, say, maglalabas ng album mo sa tao. Then you can just go to the internet and find, say, creative license na lang sa YouTube. Pwede na yun. And then, kung gusto mo, punta sa cdbaby.com kung gusto mo i-release ng yung CD base, or kung better, kung meron kang $100 or $25, which is from Google, i-set mo na lang sa iTunes yung music mo, and then that's it. Yun na. Start ka na maghintay kung yun na yung ano niya. Kasi pag nakita ng nakikinig yung ginawa mo, pinagtulong-tulungan ng tao, mas credible yung music.
Credible.
Well, meron din naman na say ikaw lang ang gumawa. And iba na 'yon kasi pagdating sa yung Western culture, they always think about how yung integrity ng pagkatao mo. So, say nag-release ako. I'm from an Asian country. Nag-release ako ng how credible is this person na siya ang nag-release lang talaga nito? Ano ginamit niya mga software? Ano yung blah 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 blah? Ito ganyan. Hindi pa tayo napupunta sa music nito, Jay. Technical aspect pa lang.
This is the technical shit, man.
So, kung nagustuhan ko yung melody ng music mo, and I want to dive deeper into yung substance ng sino ka, no? Magulo na eh.
Magulo na. Yeah, true.
Plus, ipapasok mo pa yung attribute na we only have like a 8-second span of yung natin attention natin is it's all over the place.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Pag hindi ko na-grab ang attention ng taon to, it's wala na yan.
First 10 seconds. Lalo if when even for me, I feel that too. When they see oh my god, this YouTube video is 1 hour. Right? How am I gonna explain that shit? Am I gonna explain? I just thought of ways releasing short clips that touches on the specific topics and the thing, cut it down to it's just. But attention span of people, yeah. I mean, some people have it, some people just don't give a fuck anymore. But yeah.
Oh man, yeah, true. Kaya so ganito, so nandun na tayo sa kumikita ka na and such. Then the next thing would be you need to play it live.
Live shows. Oh my god, that's another thing.
Man, you got to do it. People need to see you.
But for me, I like the songwriting process, the recording process more, 10 times more than I like playing live. I used to like playing live, but then when I just started writing my own stuff and when I started writing things with other people, this is so much more fun.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. But I do recognize that you do need to play live. You do need to get the word out. You do need to show that you are a competent enough musician who knows their songs inside and out, and that they can play it live without any,
Yes. Tapos pagdating pa sa live, titingnan pa kung ano yung tsura mo, ano yung suot mo, yung brand fucking thing. I don't mind, man. Kasi ganun talaga tayo eh. It's human, no? Yung syempre kung ano yung pagkatao mo. Hindi naman yan hindi, mabuti ang kalooban niyan. Pakinggan natin music ng taong yan. Fuck that.
Jesus. Oh, God.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it, man. I get it.
Pero yes, the songwriting process, man.
Yeah, give me songwriting tips. Yeah.
Oh man, just if you know how to press the record button, then that's it, bro.
Really, man. Really. Huh.
Man, ganito lang. So, say, and I think this is the way it goes professionally then. Say an artist wants to record a track. He's got one day, he needs to create 3 songs. So what he needs to do is open up his DAW o yung recording interface niya, then play whatever he wanted. Record-wise, he just records everything, say a 5-minute long doodle. And then, after that, kakat niya yon yung into pieces. Find the best parts. I-arrange niya yon. Listen to it, then add another layer, see what happens, ganyan, blah, blah, blah. And then, I think that's it. Kung yung fundamental niya para sa akin is, syempre ako magpiplay ako ng guitar o say, maglalagay lang ako ng note sa, gamitin ko sa studio, gawa ko ng isang chord, say, C major, D minor, 7, blah, blah, 2 chord lang, then magpiplay siya, magpo-progression, blah, blah, blah. Then, papatungan mo siya ng, ganun lang eh, basta na-record mo siya, na-record mo 5-minute long, cut, arrange, maglalagay ka ng rekado, parang nagluluto.
Yeah.
Yun. Yeah, ganun lang.
That is the most human way I've heard of songwriting tips. A lot of people I talk to, they oh man, you gotta study music theory. I mean, that is important, but then you gotta apply this theory. You gotta learn these certain things before you actually start writing music.
Fuck theory, man.
Really?
Tandaan mo, Jay.
Really? Yeah.
Music came out before theory.
True.
Tandaan mo yun, dude. That's why it's still theory. Kasi fucking no one can actually explain music, man. So music came out And then people try to theorize about it. They think they're much educated. Alam ko to kasi ganito yan, component ng chord na yan na may 1 yan, may number 3 na. Fuck that, man. Pag lumabas na yung music, then you analyze it. And then what you think about it, what makes you feel about it, the expressiveness of it, that's what makes music, no? And then when you theorize it, yun na, doon napupunta yung elemento ng kailangan ganito, ganyan. Kasi it's really hard, bro.
I know, right?
Kapag nandun ka kung nandun ka yung sistema na yun, you need to, yung follow mo yung standard. Yes, it could happen. I'm not saying it won't happen.
Yeah.
Kung ganyan talaga ang paraan mo ng pag-create ng music is mathematical. Yeah, ganun nga. It's like more of a conservation, no? Yung intricacies ng music. Being a conservative musician always stays with the information related to it, which is theory. But being a rockista shit, this is rock and roll. This is the rock and roll way of recording. Yeah, man. Everything that goes out of theory is rock and roll. It's rock. So wag ka matatakot kapag sinabi nila na ganito na ganyan kasi kanya-kanya naman na opinion.
True.
It won't hurt. It won't hurt you unless nagpasakop ka sa nila. Fuck them all, man. Fuck them all.
That's
Sino ba
nice.
Nagpapasaya sa'yo? Di ba ikaw?
True. That's very, I mean, again, like very human advice. Yeah, and that's very nice to hear, especially from like someone like you who you do a lot of things on the guitar. You've done a lot of these things, and you still rely on like human instincts and like the value of human expressionism instead of just like mathematical formulas and the standard like settings, structures for music. And it's really nice to hear. I think a lot of people are missing out on that nowadays because I mean we gotta like have this heavy song. It needs to have someone mad on the vocals. It needs to have like this kind of power chord, and it needs to have a breakdown, and then call it a day. But
call it
I miss like
it's organic.
Yeah,
man.
that's the kind of
tinatawag ko.
That's the kind of music that I really float to, and also those that have like such a lot of like soul into it, heart put into it. And I think that's the most important thing, and I'm sure it's for you, right? The most important kind of music.
True.
I wanted to ask you. Go ahead first.
Sige.
You first. Yeah.
Meron kasi ako nabasa dati ng article from King's X. It's a very old band. No? Actually, this dude, yung gitarista ng King's X, siya ang nag-invento ng drop D.
Really?
Para sa this dude actually yung chord lang na meron drop, may open D tuning. But yung drop D, pinayo niya na lang pala niya. Sorry, he didn't actually he didn't thought of it. Anyway, sinabi niya, sa pagre-record namin ng music, we try to be as as human as possible. We always put the mistakes on our recording. Why? Because that's what makes it human.
True. Yeah, true.
Yes.
True.
Yung mga sabit-sabit
the
nila
mistakes.
as a musician. Because they're a rock band. They're trio rock band. So, yung basic components, guitar, bass, and drum. Kung ano yung pagkakamali nila, sinasama nila. Kasi, that's what makes yung formula ng music nila more interesting for them. Kasi, they know that's a person who is actually playing the music nowadays. Ngayon, pag narinig mo yung music, it's good, man.
It's good.
On a certain level. Pero pag sinabi ko, kunyari ako nakinig ako ng music because para sa akin, yung privilege na lang makinig ako eh. Pag narinig ko yung music, Jay, sasabi ko sa'yo. Kapag inupuan ko yung 5-minute song, it means talagang sasabihin ko sa'yo yung hindi ko nagustuhan eh. Yun na, pansin ko lang sa music ngayon. Very, alam pagkakamali, pero sobrang perfect. It bores me a lot, man.
I've noticed that too, man. I've noticed it.
Kaya nga, bumabalik ako sa pakinigan ko sa roots eh. Like, 1960s, 70s, ganun. Beach Boys, yan. Man, The Ventures. Man, yun. Ang sarap makinig ng mga gamat na ito. Colorante sa Pilipinas, yan. Mga rockers yung mga inala mo ba. Anyway, sige, ano yung tatanong mo, Jay?
I wanted to ask you about what happened. I heard that you were supposed to play for a band called River Maya, and I've heard about this some time ago somewhere, but you turned it down. What happened?
No. Hindi totoo yan.
No, really? I heard it's either River Maya or Eraserheads or some kind of like one of those bands,
No, it's
man.
not true, bro.
Huh.
No. Pero yung storya niyan is I wrote them a letter.
What'd you say? What did you say?
I was like 14 years old, man. Back then, I said, I wanted to play with your band. I wanted to hear all these effects and shit. But please, I want to be in your band. Pero, man, I never got a reply out of them, man. Like, pero, dude, ito pala isang relevant story. So, yung original guitarista ng River Maya, his name is Perf De Castro. Taga-Pilar lang to, taga-Pilar Bataan yung ancestry niya, like yung grandfather niya.
Hey. Okay.
If you're familiar with the song, like yung Awit ng Kabataan, 214 and 214. Such. Yeah. That dude, nag-uusap kami niyan sa internet, man. Si Mr. Percy Maestro Perf De Castro. Nag-uusap kami yan sa internet. Nagsisend ako sa kanya ng demos dati. Pakinggan niya sa, wow, okay na yung gawa mo. Linis ah. Pero hindi alam ni Maestro, kinakat-kat ko lang yung mga make it all sound really awesome. Man. Pero, see my point, dude. Like, ako, naglalabas ako ng music out there, and then, yung parang message na battle, then someone really popular would just, pop out sa email mo. Email pa, dude.
Yeah, email.
So, yun lang ang pinakamalapit na siguro storya dyan sa River Maya. Kasi, man, River Maya, no way. Can't. Matindi standard niyan, dude.
I see. I mean, yeah, most likely. But I was kind of hopeful a little bit. I don't know. Because I remember who told me. I don't know if I should say who told me, but he was trying to sell it to me. Yeah, that shit is true. You can ask Sid. And then I I asked you, and this is the story. But
baka noon lumabas lang sa bibig ko na gano'n. Kasi tandaan lang natin, napatawarin niyo ako. I'm just human. Kapag may nasasabi ako dati talaga na ngayon nire-recollect kong pilit kung sinabi ko. Kasi napaka-importante ng lumalabas sa bibig natin.
True.
Kapag hindi natin nasabi ng tama, mauhusgahan tayo. Hindi naman ako mapanghusgang tao. Sa music lang talaga ako mapanghusga. At saka nilalagay ko sa laging may bad and good. But anyways, kung nasabi ko man yun, pagpasensyahan niyo ako, I'm pretty sure hindi ako talaga. Yun lang inaamin ko, sumulat ako. Like, di ba, nung araw may mga tapes pa, may CD din, may mga address dyan. Wow, ito pala address yan, susulat ako. Man, nakakahiya. But, it happened.
It happens. I mean, when we're younger, we're just a lot more cringy. We do stupid things. What is the stupidest thing you've done in the, like, say, music-wise, or in the local scene, or in your hometown?
Man, I don't know, man. Sobrang dami. Parang, man. Siguro, nag-walk out. Lagi naman ako nag-walk out. So many stupid stuff, man. Like, say, siguro yung pinaka-umpisang, yung stupidest idea that I did before, yung pinakauna kong gig, is I sang Enter Sandman by Metallica because yung vocalist namin nag-quit by yung last hour na kailangan tumugtog kami, nag-quit siya, natakot siya.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a conversation with him. I was asking him to, like, man, you need to reconsider because, man, this is her first gig, and this first gig, keep in mind, is a battle of the bands, bro.
Oh my god, difficult.
The only way.
Difficult.
Yeah, I remember it soon. Pero itong battle of the bands ito, it's very interesting because when you join, you instantly get 1,000 pesos.
Okay, man. Not bad.
Dude, yeah. And if you win, you get 10,000 pesos. Then you play sa Manila.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Okay,
that's a good
deal.
deal.
Oh yeah. So this promoter was looking for bands sa Bataan. They made like 12 bands. Only 9 bands showed up.
Oh damn. Okay.
So may 3,000 pesos pa na libre. Like, meron pa ba kayong kilalang banda na gusto sumali sa battle? We're looking for people. But nah, yun yung limitation niya. Back in 1997 pa to, brother.
1997. Holy shit.
Yeah.
20 years
and
ago.
Then, Sige.
No, go ahead.
20 years ago.
20 years ago. Go ahead. Yeah.
So yung the stupidest thing, is, yung ganito ba? Yung song na Enter Sandman, so yung I Sing is another thing. No? Pero yung this particular stupid idea of mine, is yung song ng Enter Sandman, there's a wah-wah solo portion. And I don't have a wah-wah pedal.
Yeah.
So what did I do?
What did you do?
So I put my feet on one of the monitors, no, and then I started doing that wah-wah thing with your foot. Just swaying it all around the stage. And pretending in my mouth was like opening and closing. Just I'm like imagining on stage that I have a wah-wah pedal. And then this one guy, when I went down the stage, and this guy was just, man, are you actually emulating a wah-wah pedal right on the stage, man? I said to myself, oh, yep, you saw that, right? It looks like I'm actually using a wah-wah pedal. It's not. Yun sunod-sunod yun. So, dude, I was like, stupid.
Did they hear like the wah-wah? Did you trick them into hearing a wah-wah because of your actions on stage? Was there some kind of magic trick?
No,
not really.
Obviously not. No. It was cringy. After that, it was really cringy. I just loved that. Dude, meron ka bang wah-wah pedal doon o wala?
Diba?
Wala. Ba't maarte ka may wah-wah pedal? Tapos na-realize ko na lang after years, no? Wow, that was some performance, eh.
Oh, God.
Stupid. Well, man. Wala eh. Wala naman kasi nung araw na yung pag taga-Bataan ka, wala ka naman makikita na may wah-wah pedal eh.
Yeah, back then. Yeah. What was I doing in 1997? What was I doing?
Yeah, ikaw ba? Ano ba yun? Playing video games?
Probably playing video. What was I doing? No, when I was that's 20 years ago. Dude, I was still in Japan at that time. I wasn't here yet.
Oh, so
I was a kid.
So may PlayStation ka na, no?
No, Super Nintendo.
May PlayStation ka na?
Yeah.
Super Nintendo?
PlayStation, yeah. I think.
Yeah, it just came out, diba?
Yeah, probably. I was, 7 years old, so I had no stuff in music about 20 years ago because that's my age. Oh boy.
Oh, me too, bro. Yeah. Me too. Kaya nga nung mga era na yon, 96, 97, 98, video games is my thing, man.
Yeah, true.
Like fucking, diba, Super NES, Nintendo, and PlayStation, PS2s, yeah.
A common thing amongst musicians is like video games, huh? I think. I think.
We're all nerds, man.
We all nerds. That's the thing. We all geeks and nerds. You know?
Diba? Kasi nga, Jay, siyempre dati nasabi ko na din like, kaya naman ako nag-umpisang mag-gitara. Say, ito lang yung history ko. Nag-umpisa akong mag-gitara kasi dahil sa kuya ko, gustong may acoustic dun sa bahay, siya nagigitara. Tapos ako, nakakita lang ako naka-klasiko na, wow! Ayos to ang daming chicks nito Nagkagitara lang sa harap, ang daming chicks nito Started playing the guitar. Pero, dude, yung inspiration ko talaga sa guitar is yung music sa video games.
Final Fantasy.
Yun talaga. Final Fantasy, it's very recent na pero like way back sa Super NES pa, yung sabi ko, wow, siguro kung kung like rock music ka, o say mga Capcom music, Konami games, man, so sobrang inspiration sa akin. Influential yan sa akin kasi nakakadala siya like syempre kontra na laro nga. And then yung music niya, nakakadala talaga ng action
mood, the mood and environment, true.
Pero tanda mo, it's just a 30-second loop.
It is, and it's 8-bit.
Most of the time. 8-bit, say sumampas pa siya sa 16-bit, 3200 kilohertz. It's still fascinating for me kasi yung paano kaya nila kinocompose to? Digital ba? Of course, digitally, it's by the numbers. Pero man, you compose using numbers, fuck! Sipin mo, Jay.
Yeah.
Oh, back then, man. So, yung code para magawa mo yung C-note dito sa voice and synthesizer na to is O1, O2, A1, A5. Fuck, man! See?
And you could bring that out to memory. That's cool, man. That's cool. Huh.
I mean, I think yun lang nakikita ko, but so kung babalik naman tayo sa contemporary scene, no, yun lang, bumalik kung sasabihin lang natin na we know it all. Ngayon yung mga tao, they think they know it all. Especially the younger generations. They think they know it all. Pero mapupunta rin sila sa age na viable sila magsabi na, man, I was wrong. And Jay, yun ako ngayon. So, everything in my music career, it's mostly 80% of it is regret, 20% of it is, for me, yun yung worthwhile kasi that's the only yung part of it na which keeps me going.
Yeah.
It's a small portion of it. Pero yung regrets is just saying that kung ginusto mo itong music na to, kung ginusto ko to, I should have pursued it. Pero hindi sa career na maging yung nasa tumutugtog ka sa stage. It's more like composing para sa video game company or sound design pero hindi yung technical aspect nga. I don't want to become yung producer or shit like that, man.
Yeah.
I still am, man. Yun pa rin ang pangarap ko. Kasi by the end of the day, you'll find something that you really want and you'll just go for it, man. Kahit anong age mo, you'll just go for it. It never stops.
True. Huh. Man. I mean,
Yeah.
what was like? I mean, what was the kind of like discipline that you needed to just go on to keep doing your thing? What was the thing that you needed to train your mind to like overcome in order to like keep playing music, even though it's 80% regret?
Oh man, ito lang yan. Yeah, it's the people around you, what keeps you going. Tapos yung kabuuan nun is spiritual na. Dude,
Spirit.
That's Hindi natin pwedeng pag-usapan kasi we're talking reality over here, right?
Yeah.
In a spiritual sense, bro. Pinag-uusapan na to kasi ito na yung driving force mo in life. Kung ano ka spiritually, ganun ka paglabas mo yung personal, yung social approach mo, yung kung ano yung intention mo sa araw na to. Yun nagmumula yun doon sa root na yun, sa spiritual, and hindi natin talaga pwedeng mapag-uusapan kasi very delicate and very out of place.
Out of place, but why? Why is it out of place?
Kasi, dude, nandiyan na yun yung pwedeng sabihin ng tao na yung paniniwala nila about say God's religion.
Oh, come on. I mean,
patterns, fuck that, man. Yeah. Kasi daming natatamaan kapag nag-usap na about yung aspect na to. And I don't want to tackle that topic kasi man, yun lang, yung bawat tao iba't iba yung
their
spiritual force nila inside. Yeah. So, kapag yung tao na lang sa paligid mo, pagmasdan mo, tapos, kung sila ay nag-uplift ng persona mo o what you do in life, say family na lang. Kapag mabuting pakikisama sa pamilya mo, they let you do whatever you do, blah, 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 support you and stuff. Di ba, syempre, magagawa mo yung bagay na gusto mo.
Yeah, true.
Then kailangan mo lang gawin is return the favor, respect, honor, and such. It's the people around you, Jay.
Yes.
It's not about what you have. It's not about your skills. No. Doon pa lang sa circle of friends mo, pipiliin mo na. Hindi yung, kahit na bad apple siya. He's still part of your life. Yin yang, man. Diba yin yang? You need the good and the bad in order for you to continue, move on.
I'm glad you said that.
Importante yun. Yeah, very important. Pag yung tao na yun, pinupush ka na magalit, makakapag-record ka. Yung tao na yun, pinupush ka na maging masaya, makakapag-record ka. You have to utilize that scenario para magawa mo yung kinakailangan mong gawin. And then, yung end result nun, hindi na natin alam, di ba?
That's good advice. I mean, that's really, good stuff to hear. And I think it should be like more, I think more people should be doing that instead of just positive energy 100% of the day, every single day of the week. No, you got to balance out. There's some kind of negativity you need to have in order to you'll forget the taste of the sweet if you don't know what sour tastes like.
No, sour is. Yeah, man. That's it, man. Diba? Madaling magsalita, mahirap gawin.
True.
Totoo naman, di ba?
True.
Pero, kapag ginawa mo na, hindi mo na maibabalik.
True.
Nagigets mo ako. Yun ang music eh. What happens is just it, man. Tapos, pagkayari nun, kasi yun ang problema eh. People are striving for perfection, man. It's absurd.
Very.
It's not man, tandaan lang natin na nandito tayo sa mundong to. No one's perfect, man. Napaka cliche, pero yun eh, kapag meron ka elemento ng pangit, yung kaya ka nagiging tao eh. Pag elemento ka ng perfecto, you're bound to fail.
Yeah.
I'm sure 100%, man. That guy is, kanyari, nakita mo sa Facebook, that guy looks so perfect, like he's having the perfect life. He's bound to fail, man. I'm pretty sure, bro.
Even if they do say that they failed, it turns out like there's like the public image, and then there's a private image that you only get to see when you actually get to be with them. And
everyone, di ba? Like, lahat naman sila, like, kailangan they yung lalagyan nila yung profile nila sa FB na masaya sila. And people should understand na kunyari, yung taong ito, like, it's only a facade it's a 5% lang ng buhay nila siguro, or 2% lang on Facebook. It does not represent yung tunay na personalidad ng taong yun. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm not saying it's lying. What I'm saying is live life, man. Yun talaga, huwag ka makikinig sa kung ano yung kritisismo na tanggap mo sa online, sa Facebook, o sa whatever, man. Ang pinakamalaga, yung circle of friends mo, or circle ng tao na nakakonekta ka sa pagkakataon na to. Kasi, yun yung magdadrive sa'yo para ipagpatuloy mo yung ginagawa mo. Diyan sa FB na yan, fuck them, man. Pwede naman ako magpeke ng profile and such. Tapos, hindi naman ko ano yung sinabi ko ngayon, talagang I mean it. Sobrang. Kaya ako talaga, kasi noong araw pa naman, ganun talaga yung roots ko ng pag-create ng music is just, throw that away, lagay ko sa internet and such, and then I don't give a fuck. Hanggang ngayon, ganun pa rin. Kasi ang mahalaga lang sa akin, yung mga tao na kapaligid sa akin. Yung handful of people na masasabi ko na share ko talaga yung music ko na openly, buong buo. Testingan na lang natin kung sino yung makarinig sa labas. Kasi, yun pribileyo na lang, bonus na lang yun, Jay, para sa akin.
That is.
Di ko na inaangad na lagi siya. Pag ganito, nangyari sa iyo na nagkaroon ka ng 1 million hits.
Yeah.
That's good,
That's very nice.
But it will wear out.
Yeah.
It will wear out very soon. And you need to i-up mo yung standard. For example, sino ba yung si Sai yung gumawa ng Gangnam Style?
Sai, yeah.
Sinabi niya sabi niya sa interview, hindi na niya kayang itap yung song na yun. Wala na. That's it.
One hit.
He gave up, sabi niya. Kasi that's it. Sabi niya, nagagawa ako ng music, happy na ako. Patuloy, tumataas yung progress. Nakikita niya yung statistics niya and such. Ngayon, nakita na niya yung pinakamataas. Sabi niya, that's it.
Yep.
Hindi na yun ang magpapasaya sa akin. And then he went down, then hinanap niya uli yung roots ng kung saan siya and then he found out na talagang yun stay on the ground. Tapos, makes you happy. Yung mga people sa paligid mo. And then, yun. Minsan, alam mo ba yan, si Sai nag-release siya ng country song.
He did? Holy shit, I had no idea.
Tapos hindi siya si Sai. Tapos it's a good one, It's a good one. Fingers down, shit. So yeah. Ikaw, Jake, ikaw nga, sasabi ko nga sa'yo. Mag-ano ka lang, basta mag-record ka, and then, ibigay mo lang portfolio mo, and then kung kaya mo makipag-coordinate sa mga taong kailangan mong kausapin, yun talaga. Talagang may di ba yun nga, babalik tayo sa recording process, sabi mo, mali ang palmute mo, mali ang picking style mo. Just listen to them.
Yeah, just listen to them.
Kasi maybe they know better. Yeah. Take it all in.
I want to ask you something. Whenever I try to record music and whenever I listen to it, and I've done this for I've actually done this on my phone a whole bunch of times. Whenever it's done, the recording, the doodling for 5 minutes thing, and every time I listen back to it, it's like I fucking hate it. I hate it. It's not good enough. It's not good enough for me. This is not. Well, I'm trying to do something else, but this is what comes out, and I don't want to. It's just, how do I overcome like that kind of the self-loathing when it comes to writing music, or being, the or even in creative aspects, like when you draw, when you do podcast, when you do anything creative, and you hate what you do. But for some people, it's good.
Siguro ang piece of advice ko sa'yo, kasi sa akin ganun lang din eh. Ito rin parang advice ko rin sa sarili ko dati. I think it works. So, kala mo pangit, and then yung next thing na gagawin mo, pakinggan mo nga ito, ibibigay mo sa kaibigan mo, di ba? And then they'll say good things. Some of them will say bad things. So, tanggapin mo ganyan. Pero in reality, dude, like if you want to really, yung ihahanapin mo yung talagang, paano ba to? Say, nakapag-record ka ng 5-minute song. Ikukumpara ko na lang sa, say, fishing. So, nakahuli ka ng, say, malaking isda, barramundi, such, or tuna. Hindi mo alam lutuin. Nahuli mo siya eh. Sabi mo, mukhang di masarap to ah. Then, what you do is find the best cook in town, bigay mo sa kanya yung fish, then chop mo sa kanyang ganyan and such. Tingnan mo kung anong mangyayari. Mas mali mo, may masarap na luto siya may i-release. So, kung music-wise, nakapag-record ka ng 5-minute song, hanap ka ng, say, nag-a-arrange ng music na yun ang gusto niyang gawin. Meron akong idea dito na maaari niyang chopin yun, chop niya, i-enhance niya, lagyan niya ng drum track, lagyan niya ng bass track, or song, or whatever. Then, doon mo malalaman, wow, ito yung ginawa ko ba't nag-iba? Yun advice ko sa'yo, dude. Find someone who can actually help you.
Okay. Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah, because
you get me?
I don't, yeah, I've never actually done that before, because I've always thought, why would I have this person listen to it? Because it's really, for me, it's bad. But then to them, it might be, no, it's not bad. Just try adding this. It's like, I remember now what you did for me when we were hanging out at Joel's, when you let me play the guitar. You had a looper. You put me on a looper thing. You recorded. I was playing guitar. You recorded what I did, and then you've looped it, and then I was adding more stuff, and then you told me, now you made a song. And it was, for me, it was actually pretty good. And that was just me doing it. And yeah, I just need to, if I'm not liking what I do, just pass it to other people, reach out. That's good advice. Thank you. That's good. That's good.
Oh yeah, you're right, man. Kasi ako, kahit naman ako, sinasabi ko pa din yun, hindi ko pa din magawa eh. Kasi kasi ganito lang, like, ayoko nang abala din ng tao. And sometimes I don't have the money to pay for it. Kasi yung gusto kong tao na gumawa nun, gusto ko naman bayaran din. Kasi siyempre, it takes a lot of time.
True.
It's a fun part. It's a fun process. Pero by the end of the day, naubos yung 3 hours niya, kakamix, kakaganyan. Tapos, siyempre, babalik sa'yo. Gusto ko naman may ano ba, lalo na kung sa professional side. Pero nowadays nga, hindi ko magawa eh. Kasi nga, wala pa ako sa category na yun. Yung sa scenario na yun magre-record ka, tapos bibigay mo sa, Joel does that to me.
Yeah.
Minsan sabi niya mix na lang, pero like yung particular word na hinahanap natin dito, Jay, is maghanap ka ng arranger who can arrange your music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, anyone can do it. Actually, you can do it. Like suggestion ko lang din sa'yo, kung mag-isa ka lang, record mo yung record mo, have a sleep, o next week mo balikan mo siya, it will sound different.
Just mull on it over, so give it some time to like. Okay. Yeah.
Ano bang mga target mo ngayon dyan, Jay? Like, siyempre may ano ka na, pwede ka na magbubuo ka rin ba ng say like EP or LP or.
I was supposed to write an acoustic EP, 5 tracks, but my acoustic kind of broke down, and then I picked up. I got an electric guitar, by the way. I bought my very first electric guitar, and it is a Squier Telecaster, Indonesian make.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, you've seen it. Yeah. And I'm just having a whole lot of fun with it. Just for years I've been playing acoustic, and now I don't know what I'm supposed to do musically now. It's just there. It's just, if I want to record, it's just, I'm going to record, but I kind of know my limitations. I do want to break it. I do want to record something.
That's the best time, man. That's the best time, bro. Yung suggestion ko sa'yo, like, when nandun ka sa part na wala ka nang alam gawin, that's the perfect time for you to to do a recording.
Really? Really?
It sounds counterintuitive, no? Pero man, try that one. Like you're so bored and shit. Just lay out the chord. I'm pretty sure that would sound really organic and amazing. Lalo sa Telecaster.
I actually did record something, and I'm not sure if I sent it to you, but it was like just a short 2-minute thing, like on the spot recording, and I kind of passed it on to some friends, and they said it was already pretty good, but just really rough.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you after this. And
yes, sure.
actually, we're
Tapos kakarnihin ko siya.
Yeah, sure. Sige. No, this is something that me and Shane talk about. I mean, criticism and how we like it, and how he likes playing out of town. I like playing out of town because of the criticism that we get. We don't know anybody here locally. It's like we have no friends, because usually it's just like when you're playing for your friends, it's like nice set, pops. It's like all that shit. It's always good for your friends. And for us, for years, we've been hearing that, yeah, good. But we want to know, what are we sucking at? So, I mean, that's the kind of phase that I'm at now. And I'm glad that Shane is at too. Actually, we are at 1 hour and 30 minutes into this recording. Did you notice? We could go on and on and on.
Yeah, pero di ba kasi may lakad ka rin mamaya-maya, kaya
yeah, the sun is setting. We could do this again, maybe, or I don't know.
Oh yes, please. Yeah,
but before we go, I just I gotta close this out by asking some. I was gonna ask you some advice. You were giving out some solid advice all throughout this whole episode.
Thanks,
so, general life advice you wanna give out that we haven't covered? Yeah. General life
advice. Just live life, you know. Yung mga yung pinaka-importante lagi is yung tao na sa paligid mo, yung spiritual, yung beliefs mo. That's it. You live life, man. Kasi you never know where you're going to get soon. So
just live life.
Sometimes you get into shit, yeah. Sometimes you'll get all the riches and stuff. Pero the most important thing are the people around you. Just treat them, respect them, treat them nicely, respect them. Yun lang. And set yourself on a very low profile every time, man.
Yeah.
Wag kang wag kang mag-set ng attitude. Just, makinig ka lang. Kasi unlike before, ako kasi dati, I talk a lot, man. Sobra. I don't know what I'm saying anymore back then. Pero ngayon, it's more of in reverse na. It's healthy for me. So that's it, man.
That's good advice, and I like the background music. It's like the background sound of the birds chirping. It's evening there, isn't it? It's really when you're saying that, it brings a lot of peace.
Yeah, that's it. Crickets and shit.
Crickets, yeah.
Mamaya meron ng uwak dyan. Mamaya may uwak. Yun ang manok dito eh. Yung uwak.
Favorite food? Some trivia? Some fun trivia? Favorite food?
Adobo.
Adobo, soul food, huh? The pork or chicken?
Yeah. Ahas.
Ahas? Really? Ninga?
Joke lang. Parang nag-stay away na nga ako sa animal foods ngayon. Parang kakapanood ko na Reddit ba. There's so many cute animals. Very friendly and very emotional. So, I don't know, man. Transition maybe.
What else?
Adobong gulay.
Adobong gulay. Come on. But for vegans out there, maybe it makes sense. For you, what do you miss more? I mean, where is home for you now? Is it over there, or is it over here, or is it in someone else's arms? Where is home?
Someone else's arms,
That's
man.
where it is.
Someone else's arms. Yeah, man. Namimiss ko yung lugar, yung mga tao. But, you gotta live life, man. And hindi to sinasabi ko just because yung sour graping, but I love my life now. I love listening to a lot of artists right now. Yun ako ngayon receive lang ako na receive ngayon. It's mas maganda para sa akin yung estado ng buhay ko ngayon. Kasi unlike before, you're trying to reach out, but now it's just, I'm done with that.
Yeah. You kind of moved on to a different part of your life, and it's just working out for you so well, right?
Someone reached out, and yun na pala siya. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Ah, man. Well, let's see. Almost time to end. Shoutouts. Do you have any shoutouts you want to give out?
Syempre sa lahat ng mga ng mga taga Bataan dyan. Yeah. alam niyo na. Miss ko na kayo, yung mga kamag-anak natin diyan. At pero pagdating sa scenes, just pagpatuloy lang natin. They're very very good musicians out there. Pagpatuloy niyo lang, and pagbalik ko kita-kita na lang tayo muli. Yun lang po. Salamat ulit. Please support Jay's show. It's yung advocacy niya to actually interview lots and lots of musicians in the future. The scenes, it's worthwhile. Man. Thanks man sa interview sa akin.
Yeah, it's not just musicians too. It's like artists. There's like tattoo artists. We got like writers and poets.
Oh, sure.
And, like, I'm gonna interview a chef first.
Man.
There's production people make clothes. So, there's a lot, anything creative with a craft. That's my thing. And I guess we gotta close this out now. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me for an hour. And this is Sid Pablo. And
signing out.
Signing out. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Tapos na.
And that does it for episode 4 of the Scenes podcast. This one is with Sid Pablo. Always humble, always gracious for whatever he receives. That's just him, Sid Pablo. Just just a nice dude overall. That's pretty much it. Wow, episode 4. I'm surprised that I got this far. A lot of people are saying that this is like the most comfortable that they've seen me be and the most natural content that I've been putting out, so I'm just gonna keep going along with this. Music is provided by Joel J. Jimenez and Bitter Tofu. And I still have a few more guests until I wrap up the Bataan season, I guess. And I'll be talking to other people in Olongapo for a change. I'm not really sure if I'm just gonna do a whole string of episodes with Olongapo people for a while, or just totally abandon the Bataan season or whatever. But there's a lot of people who are generally interested into what I'm doing over there, so I'm gonna bring it over to them. And there are a lot of crazy talents over there, so it just seems like it's natural that I'm gonna do this over there in Olongapo. If you like the content that I'm doing, just leave a comment, leave a like, leave a thumbs up, tell your friends about it, share, get the word out. And this is Mongz from the Scenes podcast, and signing out for now.